Hello friends, you're with the Lonesome Gamer and I'm playing Britannia. And this is probably going to be the last video. We're going to do the last 3 turns, starting with 985, turn 14. And right at the moment I realize I've lost my scoring card, the other one, which is down here. Okay, there we are. So, once more, right at the moment, the green player is in the lead with a little over 90 points. Followed by the red player with 70 points, purple player 65, and the red player, no wait a second, the blue player with 70 points, the purple player with 65, and the red player with 55. The red player is out of the game, I think that's for sure. I think the green player also basically had its big shot and managed to make some points here. That's why he's in the lead. Question is, will the other 2 players, who both will have an opportunity with one big nation to score more points, will they score enough points in these last 3 turns to catch up with the leading player or not? That's what it's all about. So, we go now into turn 14, and a king is possible. Let's see if we got one. The Danes have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They control 6 areas. That's not enough. They must control twice as much as the next bigger nation, and the Angles control 4. So therefore we don't see a king of England. But instead we see a Bretwalda, and again I guess that the other players will vote together, probably for red. He's far behind and they should have enough votes to make red Bretwalda and therefore given these 2 points. We'll see another big invasion during this turn from the Danes under Sven, and if at the end of this turn, that is an exception to the normal king rules, if at the end of this turn the Danes control twice as many areas as everyone else in England, then they become king. After that, they have to remove 4 armies and this Sven Canute marker here. The Romano-British attacked here in Suffolk. The Angles managed to retreat into Lindsey. And now we see a attack of the Welsh here into Gwent, trying to destroy the Belgae, who actually fight for survival here as a nation. We must see they are here in the mountains, so they might survive that. It's a 2 versus 3 battle. And wow, okay. I mean, that was clearly a success. So that means the Welsh, they better retreat here. And I think they move in here. The Brigantes, well, not too much happens there. The Picts, okay, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 4.5, so that gives them one army and another one actually. Yeah, I mean, they might now maybe start an attack actually. It's a little risky, but they could try to attack up here in Caithuris, or it's hard to read. Yeah, I guess they want to try that. So they move in there with 3 armies. Similar situation. That wasn't good enough. One hit against the Picts, and I guess then they will retreat. The situation is just too hard here. Caledonians, 1.5. Irish are out of the game. Scots are out of the game. Norsemen, well, they have 1 unit left, or 1 area left here. And so they're right here, and we can remove this one and this one. The Dubliners managed to take Avalon from the Welsh. And now we see the Danish turn. And let's check me again that rule. We want twice as many areas as any other nation. Okay, so how many areas do we need? Well, the British got 3, the Dubliners got 3, that's pretty much it. So all we need, and the Angles also. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we already are this Canute king. But let's see where we can score at the end of the game. I think I want to try to attack in Lindsey with 3 units and my king. Then I've got 3 units left. And let me see, I want especially Essex, North Mercia, and Cornwall, Devon, Dunedines. Whoa. Yeah, okay, I think then I'm going to move into Essex. Maybe leave another one in there, and South Mercia. And we're going to fight that battle in Lindsey. which is not going to be easy, but it would be cool to get that area. Okay, that's not good enough. And I think, yeah, it's hard to tell if the Angles want to stay there or not. That is now a... Well, I think they want to. Yeah, it makes sense. Okay, that was bad because these are two successful attacks. Remember, with the king you can add 2, so therefore the Angles got killed here. And Lindsay is now part of this Danish empire. They control now more than enough areas to become this new King of England. But on the other hand, we now have to remove 4 Danish units and the king, because they leave Britain at that point. So I guess I might take 2 from here, 1 from here. Yeah, I definitely want to hold these areas. It's especially York. If I remove now these from Essex, wow, it's maybe tough. There will be this brutal force maybe this guy here in North Mercia. This brutal force that will come from the North Sea in the following turns. I think we're gonna see the Norwegians coming. So we somehow have to withstand them. Okay. Wait a second. Actually, I forgot to give the Danes their unit from the increased population phase. I counted them, so that would have given them 2 additional units, and that is quite valuable, of course. So okay, I placed another one in York and one here in South Mercia. Although Essex might be worth more. Yeah, okay, and we already have 2 in there. Yeah, let's place that one here. So fine. 4 points here for the Danes because of their king. Yeah, I realized I made a mistake during the last scoring round. It really sucks, you know, I mean, for all these 0.5 numbers, there is just not enough room in this scoring formula here. Anyway, I realized I didn't add the score of the Picts to their previous scores. I just gave them, I just took their score as their total, and that was obviously a big mistake. That means that the blue player is now at 81, so he's in second. We still got the green player with 95, I guess. Yeah, 95.5, 81. We got 65 for purple, 53 for red. Turn number 15. What happens? Well, again a king is possible, and this time it's obvious the Danes will get 4 points for being king. I wonder if they can be king right again. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, so they get 4 more points here. And then, what happens? Well, we'll see. 10 Norwegians coming, led by Harold. 6 Norman armies, and 4 cavalry armies, led by William. Major invasion by the Norwegians and the Normans. So this is going to be a big turn here. So, the Romano-British again attack here, the Angles. Basically, probably the last opportunity to score any points. Remember, they can only score points for killing Angle or Saxons, but there are now no more Saxons and the last Angles are up here, so that's probably it then. Yes, they did that. Okay, so the Angles here are gone, and that is 1 more point for the Romano-British, and I think overall they did a pretty good job during this game. We're going to see another attack of the Welsh here with 3 units against the Belgae in Gwent. Didn't work out well the last time, maybe this time they're doing better. That looks not good. Again, the Welsh lose their first unit. I'm going to try one more roll here. Okay, at least 1 guy was destroyed. And considering the fact that the Belgae in the last turn will only get now half an area, the Welsh could retreat here, because there will be then only 1 guy left here, and maybe then they can finally kill him. Down here they actually already left Wessex, moved this unit here to Devon to go into a defensive position here against these guys from the English Channel. Against that invasion they won't stand a chance. Brigantes, Picts again. Okay, the Picts also try again another attack here. And this time they score a point. And I say we try simply again. Caledonians don't retreat, because then they would be, these islands would be overpopulated. That's not good enough. Okay, again, no success. Nope, we need a 6 there. And we do have that 6. So, the Picts actually managed to grab now the whole Scotland except for these 2 islands, or island groups. They're also doing very well in this game. Caledonians, well, they can now try to do a counterattack. They get one unit. And yeah, they're gonna try to fight back here into Skye. And maybe they're lucky. Nope. Doesn't look good. Do they want to continue or not? hard to say. They're risking the Hebrides if they don't. But because this is quite an aggressive player guy, I think I will. I don't know, mate. Does it make sense? I'm gonna roll a die once again, and yeah, I'm gonna do one more attack here. Okay, let's do another one. Shit. I think now it's really time to retreat. I'm having a bad feeling here. So let's go back here. The Dubliners managed to take Wiki from the Danes. And the Danes are now preparing for that invasion, so they are playing this a little more safe now. They're leaving these two areas here, Bernicia and Lothian. They focus on York, Lindsey, North Mercia. That gives them points. 3 units in York, 2 in each of these provinces. South Mercia with 2, West Essex with 2, and Kent with 1 unit. Otherwise, the area would be overpopulated. So they're kind of hoping to hold this area. And again, I've actually forgot to do their population increase. So they would get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7.5. That means they would get actually 2 additional units. And if they don't want to lose these, that means they probably then have to place them. It's hard to tell, probably somehow in here. Yeah, I mean they controlled these area at the beginning of the turn and then move back. So yeah, I think I want to do it like this. So at least they have a strong position here, and we see if that's good enough against these Norwegian armies here. And well, it's their turn now. So let's see what they want to get, the Norwegians. For occupying area anytime during the Norwegian turn, York 5 points, so they definitely go for York. North Mercia 3, Bernicia, Cumbria and March 2 points. Okay, and then they want to get as many English areas as possible, and they want to be king during turn 16. So, yeah. This is a major invasion, so they basically have 2 turns, or 2 movement actions and combat actions. Okay, we'll see a massive battle here in York, and also quite a nice one here in Bernicia. So we have here 3 attackers against 2 Danish defenders. Oops. That wasn't successful at all, but the Danes cannot... Well, they could retreat in here, actually. That would be possible, because it is not adjacent to a Norwegian controlled area. So that might be an option. Let's see. Essex, Lindsey. Yeah, I mean, it would be as good as the other. So I think they might actually retreat into this area. And then we see that battle here, which is just insane. We have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 units to No, that's not true. 6 units. 7, damn it. Plus the king. And we have how many defenders? 3. So that shouldn't be too hard for the Norwegians here. Well, okay, we did enough hits, but the defenders also killed 2 units. That means York is under control of the Norwegians, and that gives them already a few points. What about Britannia? Yeah, 2 points for Britannia, 5 points for York. And they don't have to keep control over these areas. They can move on. They want North Mercia, Cumbria and March. So Cumbria is already controlled by the Dubliners. So I guess they're going to go for these areas. Let's see. Interesting. Well, still, I mean, we might as well. Yeah, why not? I think I'm going to remain here with 3 units. And then that's a tough one. Just fiddling around here a little bit. Maybe I want to do it like this. Okay, so I'm attacking here in North Mercia with 3 units, keeping 2 here in Britannia, 1 in York, and do an attack with the king here in March against the Norsemen, which might be completely wiped out. So let's start that battle here. North Mercia 3 versus 2. Okay, I mean, here the Danes could retreat if they wanted to. Tough choice. I mean, nah. Maybe they should. Okay, I think actually the Danes might retreat here into South Mercia. That gives them a good... Damn it, I don't know. Maybe we should fight one more turn and see how it works. Yeah, I'm gonna go with one more turn here. Yeah, okay, I think we've lost 2, we destroyed 1, and now it's too late to retreat. Okay, well, anyway. This gives now the Norwegians 3 points. And now we see that battle here in March. It's also... Now that's 2 armies versus 2 armies, but Harold is the king. And yes, he was successful killing the Norsemen here, but they lost also 1 unit here. Okay, so now we see a little bit of similar picture as at the beginning of the game, where the purple player also controlled the most part of England. And now it's the Norwegians though And the Romano-British, of course. So the purple player scored 5, 8, and 4 more points. So 12 points this turn. This is pretty good. On the other hand, maybe they're not doing that great, because overall they're only controlling 4 areas of 5. What the heck? Why are these Dubliners? These should not be Dubliners. I took the wrong unit here. Okay, but still, I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's only 4 areas for them. That's not too great. And that's also not going to make them king. Okay. Then we got the Saxons, the Angles. Well, the Angles get 1 unit. And now they actually have to attack somewhere. Question is where? Maybe they're going to go for York. Yeah, probably. Okay, so there, yeah, it's kind of tricky. I think I'm gonna attack only with a single unit here. I want to at least hold these Pennines here, and I'm gonna make an attack here in York, which was defeated. And then it's this Norman invasion here. They basically want to control South England. Oops, where are these guys? There we go. Yeah, we got Essex, Wessex, Kent, South Mercia, Suffolk, Sussex, Wicklow, Norfolk, and Avalon. And major invasion. Most of them are easy to capture. So I guess I'm gonna place. Let's do it like this. We can move with one guy in here. Let's see how we do that. We got also the cavalry here, which is really strong. Okay, so that's the beginning of my invasion. Got the first battle here in Avalon against the Dubliners. 2 Norman infantry. Okay, yeah. I think actually the Dubliners will retreat here into Wicklow. And I don't know. I mean, it's only maybe not, right? Otherwise, they would be maybe overpopulated. Hard to tell. No, I think I will retreat. Okay, then we're gonna see here 1 cavalry and 1 infantry unit against the Danes in Kent. So let's do first the well, I don't know. Let's say the Danes, do they get any points for killing cavalry or so? No. So the Danes are going to attack the infantry, I guess. No success. Then the cavalry attacks. No success. And finally the infantry attacks. Oh, no success. So we can try this again. First the Danes attack the cavalry. Okay, nope, the cavalry attacks, and this time it's a success. So Kent is fallen. And then here in Essex, The king fights also with cavalry. We got 3 cavalry units and 1 infantry here against 2. So let's see. First let's attack with the cavalry units. Okay, that is already enough, so they are destroyed. And these 2 guys will attack, I don't know. Let's say they attack the cavalry. Yeah, no success here. So these guys are killed. And that already gives the Normans quite some points. That was Essex, right? So that's 4 points, 7 points, 9, 10 points already. And now they're gonna continue north. Okay, now during the second turn I'm only gonna attack, wait a minute. I'm actually gonna do it like this. I'm gonna attack here in Suffolk. First the cavalry, then the infantry. Nope. You see a defender. Nope. So the Romano-British could retreat here into Norfolk. I guess that's what they want to do. Fuck. Yeah, why not? I think that's a better idea. And then we're going to see a battle here in South Mercia against the Danes. The king with 3 units, with 3 cavalry units. Against 2. Okay, that is a single hit here. And another one. Yeah, okay, that means that these guys are also killed. Now there are only Danes in Lindsey left. That's pretty much it. The Normans did a pretty good job here, scored a ton of points. And we're at the end of this turn. So 1 more turn to go. Okay, the last turn from 1070 to 1085. And it looks like it's going to be a race between the green and the blue player. The green player is at 99.5. The blue player is at 97. The purple player at 78.5. And the red player at 56. Okay, now let's see what happens. Harold and William reinforcements. Let's see what that means now. I think there's a special rule for that. Turn 16, right? Yeah, there we go. Harold of Norway gains 1 additional army in the North Sea for each area Harold's forces occupy. Well, that's not too impressive. So that means 1, 2, 3, 4 additional armies here. I wonder if they get more armies for controlling land units, but I don't think so. For some reason that doesn't make a lot of sense, I guess. Well, it's hard to say, but I don't think I will give the these specific the these two nations additional units for the population increase for the areas. I just give them the reinforcements. I'm not sure though. Or maybe not. For the Romans, it's clearly said that they do not increase population, but they gain instead reinforcements. Damn. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do it that way actually. So, and wait a second. William also gets the Normans, yeah, for each. Okay, they get one for Essex, one for Wessex, one for Wicklow, which they don't control, one for South Mercia. Okay, so basically they get 3 additional armies, right? And they could take 1 cavalry for 2 of them. I think they're gonna take 3 standard armies here. And by the way, there are only 2 left. Okay. And these guys arrive in the English Channel. Yeah, okay. So, the Romano-British, they control 1.5 areas. That gives them exactly 1 additional army. What do they want to do with that? Huh. Hard to say. I mean, they could kill here, maybe the guys in Avalon, to prevent that area from being taken. That could help them. So yeah, I'm gonna do an attack here. Yeah. Oops. Yeah, okay, that's good enough. The Belgae, still alive. Incredible. But they might actually die during the last turn, which is kind of a shame. And yeah, the Welsh, they get 1 additional army here, 2, 3, 4.5. So yeah, they get an additional army, and they're gonna try to get the Belgae out of their territory. And they're gonna attack here with 3 units against 1. Okay, and that's it. Eventually, the Belgae got killed in the last turn. But still, they fought an impressive battle. This is usually a nation that is wiped out in the first 2 turns or so. Okay, the Brigantes, they get 1 more army. For them, it's kind of the same thing, you know. They also survived from the very beginning of the game. But yeah. Damn, I think I want to keep Galloway. I don't want to die there, so I'm gonna make this really bad odds attack against Strathclyde here. 1 against 2, but otherwise I simply die because of overpopulation. Okay. Nah, okay. I'm gone. So, the Picts again. Well, they might try to get one of these islands. Let's see how many reinforcements they get. And indeed, we see an attack here against the Orkneys. 3 unit versus 2. It's gonna be hard, but maybe we can make it. Nah, it's not looking good. I'm gonna do another one. Up. Wow, okay. Yeah, well, let's bring this to an end. Okay, well, Caledonians will be able to hold the Orkneys here. This is also a battle between the 2 leading nations. So that, you know, these kind of battles now really could make a difference here. Then it's the Caledonians, and, well, here, no reinforcements for them. But hey, I mean, they could take that risk here. There is no reason not to. It's the end of the turn, or the end of the game. So maybe they can score another point here. Not like this. And indeed, look at that, they made it. Maybe this is the winning point, who knows? Irish are gone, Scots are gone, Norsemen are gone. Dubliners, yeah, they're still here, and they're not too, well, they control 3 areas, which gives them an extra unit. And they can try to... They want York. They definitely want York. That would give them a ton of points. That would give them 4 points. York is right now under Norwegian control, but for the Dubliners, it's actually worth more. For the Norwegians, it would be worth 1 point, for the Dubliners, 4. So I think they're going to try to attack their own people here. And, yeah. Definitely, they're going to move in here. And with these guys, yeah, that's kind of tricky. Wiki. Wow. Okay, the Dubliners don't want Wiki, but they could take Gwent, indeed. Or Avalon. It's kind of crazy, but you know, I think I'm actually going to do that. I'm going to make an attack here against my own people. 3 versus 2. Yeah, okay, that sucked, man. So I managed to destroy 2 of them, And then I can retreat. And that was not exactly my plan. So now I control Avalon, which would give me a point. But of course I wanted not to lose 2 units here. And let's hope it's not going to be that painful. Well, there's only 1 defender here in York. Okay, so the Norwegian unit here is destroyed. And the Dubliners now control York. That is not bad. The Danes, well, they are pretty much screwed here. They only control... Oh no, it's not quite true. Actually, they get 1 unit. I forgot that they also control Lothian here. So maybe they can grab another area somewhere, but that's not going to be that easy. Okay, so here's the thing. The Danes also want York. They definitely want it. So they're going to move in here and attack. 3 versus 2. Everybody loses 1. Okay, let's continue here. Damn. And everybody loses 1. That means the Danes actually captured York. And but it's unlikely they can keep that because we already have here the Norwegians. Still, their options were very limited here. The Utes are gone. The Norwegians now, they can do another attack. And I think there is actually a special rule. If they kill, yeah, they want to kill. They want to. Harold is already dead, but he wasn't brought into play. So they want to kill William. I think that at this point, in this last turn, the king actually survives 1 turn. Okay, we see an attack of Harold here in York with 2 units. And yep, that was a success. 1 unit was killed. And the Angles, well, okay, I mean, it's basically nothing they can do at that point. Maybe they can do 1 attack or something. They want... Well, the Pennines give them 2 points. They could try an attack here against Cheshire, maybe. Yeah, they're going to do that. With a single unit here. And yeah, hey, they made it. Pretty cool. Oops, the Dubliners go away. And now the Normans, the last player. Now, it would be pretty awesome if they, basically, first of all, they want to be king. And they want to keep William alive. Okay, that is definitely the case. And then they want to be king. But they only can be king if they manage to kill Harold, I think. I'm not absolutely positive about that, though. Let's see here. No, wait a minute. The kingship is determined at the end of the turn by the usual rules, but only Harold, William, and Harold are eligible. Okay. So, and we need twice as many areas as the other nations. So let's see how many the Norwegians have. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wow, 6. So we would need 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's gonna be tough. Well, but we can of course steal from the other guys. Well, maybe we can do it. Let's say we manage to grab these. I'm gonna count this. And if I kill Harold, let's see how much points that would give me. 3 points. Not bad. I could get there with my... No, I can't. I can't get there. Well, actually I can. If I move these guys in here... No, that's not true. Nope. Can't get there. So no way to kill Harold. That means I have to try to become king. So I have to do some... have to find out something here. Okay, here's the plan. I hope it works. We're going to move these guys here and attack the Dubliners in Avalon. Then we're going to move with 2 cavalry units here into Wiki. No, that's not... Yeah, oh boy, yeah. I'm going to move... Shit. Yeah, I think I have to. And then I'm going to move... that's a crappy idea, actually. I think I have to take a risk here and... Shit. No, wait a minute. It's a... Yeah, that's true. I actually have to do it like this. I have to do it like this. So this is really tricky here. If the Norwegians roll a 6, I'm in trouble. And I won't be king, I guess. Otherwise I got a good chance to make it here. If that is vital for the game, it could be, and it could be. We'll see. We'll find out soon. So first we have now here two units versus the Dubliners. Okay, that was a pretty bad start. Okay, that's good enough. A 5. So that means Avalon is now defeated. And this is the big deal here. So we have an attacking cavalry against a Norwegian infantry. Okay. Holy moly, this is close. Fuck! The Norwegians won. Unbelievable, but they did. And I'm pretty sure that means that there is no king by the end of that turn. And then we have here 2 infantry, or 2 cavalry versus 2 infantry and the king. You know what? Maybe I should have sent the king in here. But now it's too late. I guess I should have done that. Oh boy. Okay, that's 1 success. And another one. Okay. So, is that it? I think so. That means now we have to First, let's see if we have a king. So we need at least 4 areas in England. And I think the only one who actually controls 4 areas... No, the Norwegians control 4. And of course the Normans, but definitely the Norwegians don't have enough. Question is now... 4 for the Normans, so the Norwegians... 4 for the Norwegians, so that means the Normans need 8 areas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And thanks to a slight miscalculation, we actually do have a king here. Yep. 1, 2, 3. No, we don't. 4, 5. They control 5 areas. So yeah, no king here. If we would have taken this area, then yes, but in this way there is no king. Okay, so we have a winner here, and it's the blue player indeed, with 125 points. In the end it was actually a clear victory. And one reason for that massive victory was that the Picts actually scored massively at the end of the game. They got 3 points for holding Alban, Mar and Moray. So that alone were 9 points. And then they scored 6 additional. So they scored 15 points. And that, of course, is pretty valuable. In addition, a few points from the Angles and quite a few points from the Normans. So yeah, they scored 28 points during the last turn altogether. That was a lot. In second is then the green player with 102.5. Solid scoring from the Welsh and also from the Caledonians, but in the end it just wasn't enough. No points from the Utes, and yeah, I don't really know. I mean, guess the Danes, maybe they could have done better in the end. It's hard to tell. The purple player, 86 points. I don't have the experience to exactly know. I mean, I guess that the Scots and the Dubliners simply did too poorly. Overall, only 7 and 6 points. That is just not enough. I assume they usually don't give a ton of points, but, you know, it might... If they did better, then maybe the others would have lost a few points here and there, and then it might have made a difference. It's hard to tell. Maybe the Romans were not successful enough. I don't know that exactly. And, of course, completely fallen behind the red player with only 57 points. That's a horrible result. I'm not even sure if that is actually true. I might have messed up with the Norsemen and maybe lost a few points there, but I don't know that exactly. Still, the simple fact that the... I mean, you can see it. There is only one unit left here from the Brigantes on the map. And of course, the simple fact that the Saxons did so poorly during this game. That is the explanation for that result. There can't be any doubt. The Saxons should be an important power in the game, and they just weren't. I'm not sure if they were just unlucky. I don't remember that anymore. But yeah, they just had a terrible time on the island here. Okay. Few words about the game. Well, first I must say that wasn't the most enjoyable time for me, but that is for personal reasons. My 10-year relationship is possibly broken apart, I'm not sure, but it seems pretty much like it. And therefore, that's also the explanation why it took me so terribly long to do that video, because I just didn't find the time, and I just dragged on, and I think I was doing this game now for 2 weeks or something. Still, I think this is a very enjoyable game, although it is terribly simple and maybe a little dull or something. But I do enjoy it still a lot. You can compare it with a game like Italia, for example, and actually here I like that game more. I simply like the simplicity of the game. In Italia, you have specific naval rules, you have the cities, you have reaction movement, and here it's, the game concept in general is very, very simple. So I don't think that you make the game better by just putting a few more options into it. I like the way it is, and if I want to play something more complex, well, I'm going to go with a real war game and not with a game like this. Of course, it's an interesting idea, and I think it was pretty new at that time, that each player plays more factions at the same time, that the gameplay is also pretty the game has some kind of asymmetrical nature. Some factions try to make a lot of ground in a short time, while others just try to hold the ground. For example, the Romans, they want to do a lot of ground. On the other hand, you have the Welsh or the Caledonians, or these guys that just want to try to keep their empire and don't expand too much, just score every scoring round, few points on a regular basis. Then again, you have the Romano-British that nearly only score points by killing other units. So I think that is an interesting aspect in the game. Also the fact that if you don't know the game well, then it's really hard to tell who is actually in the lead. Because, well, obviously, at the beginning, the Romans come, the purple player is so powerful, and then over so many turns, there's not a lot he can do. He just has the Scots, and the Romano-British are sometimes also extinct. Actually, with the purple player, I was once in a situation where I had no more units on the board until then finally the Norwegians show up. And yeah, so this is definitely also a fun and interesting aspect of the game. That, yeah, once this changing dominance on the board between the different nations. There is this new edition by Fantasy Flight, which, well, for some people looks better. I love this old map. I think it looks actually really cool. But well, the other one is definitely more modern, and probably these the components themselves here, these units, I guess they look definitely better. But anyway, I mean, yeah, if you like a light game, and I think you can play that game in one long session, I can recommend it. Go with a new one, or if you are some kind of grognard, then take the old Avalon Hill edition. It's not too expensive, it's still easy to get, and definitely a nice experience. So, hope to see you on my next video or on lonesomegamer.com. Bye.